We're live. Hey guys.
Good
Hello,
afternoon,
hello.
everybody.
Welcome.
Good to see everybody here. Folks even showing up
Hi
early.
Ruth. Hi Josh. Hi Eric.
People showing up early. That's cool.
Michigan Daffodil. Hello, hello, Michigan Daffodil.
Hey, Josh, you need to change your avatar, son. That image of you just looks evil, and you're not an evil person. How about the picture of you that says I'm getting older? That'd be a much better avatar for you. That one is just really.
It's a locust infestation day at
I've
Trinity.
never liked it.
Hi Christy.
Uh-oh.
Glad you came by, Josh.
I've seen videos of those
Hello,
locust
hello, Brett.
invitations across Africa, and they're deadly. They're deadly. It is good to see you, Josh. Thanks for by the way, those of you who don't know, Josh is my son.
Hi Celtic. Good to see
Hey,
you.
Celtic, what's up, partner? Ooh, 24 inches of snow. I've been through that, Ruth. I lived in Nebraska for 15 years.
Hi Ellie.
And we had some blizzards there that were like that, 24 inches of snow in, 1 or 2 days or less.
I like my South Central Texas. No snow.
Broussards? Where's the Broussards? Oh, there's
yeah.
Bruce.
Brett's here.
Yeah, Brett. How you doing, guy? So you at work? Must be if you're using that login. Christy, hello. Once we get a few more folks here, I'll kind of give you an update on things that I've learned over the last week or so.
On all the news that's fit to print.
Yeah. It's
oh goodness, there says it's raining grasshoppers where he is.
That's not fun.
It's just raining droplets of sunshine where we are.
Yep, cascading all over the place.
Oh. Well, I'm glad it's getting warmer, Christy. We had a little rain this week, but
yeah,
not
we had a pretty good amount here a few days ago, and of course all the grass and everything is resprouted. It's about waist high out in our front yard.
Which are having.
Yeah, Celtic, I read yesterday that you were limping home from Walmart.
Celtic, I hope you got somebody that can repair that.
I don't know what to tell you, partner. Finding somebody that can take care of that chair is going to be pretty important. Yeah, Josh, 50 degrees for me would be real nice. It'd be comfortable. Reasonably comfortable, anyway. Yeah, I've only got 4 thumbs up.
Fine tuning video.
Yeah, cool. You can do ours for us too. Yeah.
I do not like the new way they do thumbnails. Hi, Kinder.
Kinder, good to see you, girl. Kinder is my daughter. So I got all my kids here.
They've emailed?
Or you emailed them?
Oh, you've emailed them. Okay. Yeah, I'd be unhappy too.
Well, I'll tell you what my thought was in this, Celtic, is you've been driving the crap out of it. You probably just
wearing it out already.
Found some of the design limits already. Kinder, it's good to see you, girl.
Yes,
How
it
you
is.
doing? How's the weather? Everybody's been reporting the weather. How's your weather in Tallahassee? Yeah, we had big plans for my kids to come out for Christmas, but that ain't gonna work out. Ain't gonna work.
I'll have to put it off for a little later.
Yeah, hopefully we can shoot for Easter. Schedules are made to be modified, I guess.
Low of 48 here this morning. Oh my. Well, it was 51 here when I got up this morning, but it's 77 now.
Yeah, I know a beautiful fall day in Tallahassee is truly a beautiful day. Very sad news. What
What's
you mean
that,
for
Kelsey?
me or for you? The chair not being reliable.
Hello,
Hi,
Linda
Linda.
Jacobs. Good to see you.
Oh, the family Christmas. Yeah, well, it is sad, but you got to make adjustments, you know. It's all you can do. Right now, the way things are looking for my treatment plan, there was just no way we could make Christmas.
No.
No way.
Just going to each treatment is going to be enough for him to handle without having to add anything else to it.
Yeah, I'll kind of go ahead and run it down. Of course, the big news was the confirmation of cancer of the larynx. Stage 2 small cell squamous. It's mainly on my left vocal cord. Obviously affects my speech. But then on the other side of the coin, they did a cardiac catheterization. And there's a blockage, 2 arteries. One of them is 100%, the other is 90%. And my cardiac doctor, Dr. Garut, tried to work at him, but his instruments wouldn't even penetrate the blockage. So he's sending me to another guy who specializes in what they call Roto-Rooter. And that's actually what one of the nicknames for the procedure is. They go in there basically and drill out the plaque and the fat out of the artery. And then I guess when they're done with that, then they put a stent in there. And I see that guy on the 9th of November. So I'll be going from there. And hopefully if I do need the surgery, which I'm pretty sure I do, I'll be able to get it going for us pretty quick.
Thank you, Christy.
Once the heart surgery is done, they tell me I'll need maybe a week to just kind of recover from that and make sure everything's going okay. And then I'll be ready to go for the radiation treatment, which I saw that guy the other day. A very reassuring guy, and the radiation treatment that he described to me for what I've got going on is really pretty good. It's not a whole lot of the horror stories that I've been reading online that kind of had me pretty concerned. So I shouldn't lose any hair, shouldn't have any nausea. What else did he say about it? It was minimal damage because it's a very, very small area that they're actually irradiating.
Basically just over his Adam's apple.
Of course, there may be a little localized burning, but nothing, it's not my whole head and neck.
But he is going to have to trim his beard down to almost nothing.
Yeah, that's why I'm letting it grow right now, because I'm going to have to trim it before I go into radiation.
And keep it that way for 7 weeks.
Yeah, that's okay. What else did he say?
Basically, that's it. He does not anticipate you having any of the problems that so many people have with radiation.
Yeah, well, not losing it, Amy. I just got to give it up for a little while, but it'll come back. Supposedly, I'm not going to lose any hair, but I will have to trim it back quite a bit. The reason being is they custom make a mask for you that they lay over your face, and to hold you steady while you're getting your radiation. And they need to get down as close to the skin as they can. So I don't have to be clean shaven. I just have to be trimmed pretty close. Yeah, I kind of hate to lose it too, but it'll grow back. It's not like I'm saying goodbye to it forever.
When was the last time you were clean shaven? Was it for our wedding?
For our wedding.
Yeah. Last time I saw him without a beard of any kind was 11 years ago when we got married.
Yep. Nausea, I'm not supposed to really say I shouldn't have any because this is, it's such a localized area that it shouldn't really affect me that way. So I'm looking, that's one thing I can kind of look forward to, the fact that it's not going to really make me I'm not going to feel real bad. Now, there will be, as time goes on, I might have more difficulty swallowing. I may have a little pain in my throat. He said afterwards I'll need about a month to recover, meaning, a month after they finish the 35 days. So, all things considered, it's not looking too bad. Just getting there and doing this every day is going to be a bitch. So, we'll just have to deal with that, going there every day, because it's down by where Kate's folks live, so it's about a 30-minute drive. And I'll be making that every day for 7 weeks, 5 days a week.
Now, one thing he did say was about 5 or 6 treatments in, his voice will start clearing up a little bit because the radiation will be removing the irritation and inflammation from the cancer. And for a while, he'll have an almost normal voice. But after that, the radiation will begin to cause inflammation on its own, and his voice will go away again. After he's completed the radiation, it will start settling out again, and it will go to whatever will be his normal at that point. The doctors seem to think it might not be 100% of what it used to be, but it'd be a great deal better than what it is right now.
Yeah. One thing I'm really hoping is that the heart surgery makes it a little easier for me to breathe. Right now, I'm having the biggest difficulty I have is getting my breath. And any exertion at all, leaves me sucking wind. So, the 2 hairs on it. Yeah.
They did say that after the heart surgery, it should increase his ability to breathe somewhat. They did not say how much.
I said it could be 10%, could be 90%. Kinder, as far as any voice restrictions or talking or anything, no, they haven't said anything about that. But, what will my voice sound like at the end of this is anybody's guess.
I think it'll be nice to be to the point I can hear him again.
Yeah.
Because we both get frustrated. I can't hear anyway, and with his voice going away, it makes it even harder.
I won't ever get my command voice back again, I'm sure. I used to have a pretty good command voice as far as volume and projection and stuff like that. I never really needed much of a microphone when I was talking to a crowd.
Right.
But I can only hope that it comes back close to normal. That would be really nice. So we'll see. That's all I can say.
Yep.
And the rest of it is if I do get
yes, Celtic.
Celtic, I've got a 2 inhaler. Well, I've got a rescue inhaler, and then I use another thing called Breztree. That's the medication that I'm on now. But it's I've been through 3 or 4 different inhalers. So we'll see. Yeah. Okay, I'm done for a while.
The interesting thing that I heard in all of the appointments with the doctors was one of the doctors said many years when David had what we thought was a cancer scare many years ago, and we went and had it checked out. One doctor was ready to throw him in the hospital right then and remove his complete vocal cords.
Yeah, everything. You're going to take it all out.
Yeah. And they finally decided it was a buildup of medication on his vocal cords that he was using through an inhaler. And they changed the medication. And what was on his vocal cords appeared to disappear. Well, recently the doctor said that probably that was a form of cancer, as well as the buildup of the powdered medication. But it's growing so slowly that they didn't realize that it was still there. And this is just the latest of that cancer. So if it's that slow growing, it means that we will probably be able to get everything taken care of with the radiation. So that's very
I appreciate the hugs. I really do.
Excuse me.
But the good news, even if I do lose my voice, I still have my keyboard. So there is that.
David
I would imagine, Brett, I would imagine if you piss Amy off, she could get pretty loud.
One of the things that David does often is he writes pieces for a local internet group that we have for those of us that live in this area. And he has quite a following. A lot of folks seem to really like the way he writes. And one of the things he wrote in there was that the fear of losing, or the concern of losing his voice, was something that preyed on both of us a bit. And a number of the people that read that came back and said, if you lose your voice, you still have the voice of what you write. That everybody that reads that loves to hear him, regardless of whether it's a physical voice or online. And that made me feel a lot better to know that there are people out there that really support him like that.
Kind of amazes me, but I do have quite a few people that consistently comment on my writing, and okay, it's just me talking on paper or on the screen, basically. I have albuterol, Celtic. That's my rescue inhaler, is albuterol.
And I'm allergic to albuterol. I can't use it at all.
So I've got a good pulmonologist, I'll put it that way. He, during the huge, really, really bad part of COVID, my pulmonologist moved into the hospital, into one of their, like one of their residence bedrooms, whatever they have there. And he stayed there for like 2 months. And was seeing all these COVID patients just, one after the other as they were being admitted when the outbreak was at its worst. So I have a lot of respect for him.
Joe.
And we generally meet online, televisits. He's a good man. He's a good man. Hey, Joe, how you doing? Your parents went shooting. That'd be fun, yeah.
Amy, we do have a nebulizer, but he doesn't use it every day.
I don't use it much. It doesn't seem to do me much good. But when I get really, really bad, I do pull it out.
It doesn't seem to be something that gives him much relief at all. So.
Yeah, it just takes 10 or 15 minutes, and then after I don't feel any change.
Yes,
yeah,
he is.
I've got some good doctors. Christy, my cardiologist, is a real down-to-earth guy.
Yeah.
My pulmonologist is a good person. This radiation specialist that I met the other day, I was really impressed with him.
Even our GP is a good doctor.
Yep, and I haven't met the heart surgeon yet, so.
Take care, Brett.
Brett, take care.
Thanks for coming.
Yep, thanks for coming by. Go put out those fires, big guy.
And we love you too.
So,
yes, they are.
I would say so, Kinder. Some of the ones I had there in Tallahassee really sucked rocks. But I have fired a couple here too, so it's not like it,
Yeah, but you've done that here too.
Yeah. Yep, I have.
We have discovered that doctors do not like it when you tell them that you are their boss and that you can fire them just like you hire them.
When I tell them they work for me, they don't like that.
Not at all.
And then I tell them, say, Doctor, remember, half of all doctors graduated in the bottom half of their class. Where were you? That usually sets them real straight. Well, yeah, maybe I don't know if that would. Nobody's mentioned that to me. I don't know what I could do with that. Smoke barrel on the 22 again.
Wow. I haven't
Yeah,
seen a doctor
you
do.
don't see that anymore, Celtic. You don't see them making house calls anymore out there. Yeah,
Well,
Daffodil.
hi, Barbie. Not only do we not go back, we tell them on the way out the door why we're firing them and that we are firing them.
Yeah, they don't scare me. I mean, I'm an old medic for one thing. And doctors are just highly trained technicians. You know, they're ultra trained, but get right down to it, they provide a service to you just like a plumber or an electrician or a car mechanic or whatever. You're still just a technician that you hire to do a job, and they kind of forget that.
That's good.
Yeah,
Linda,
Vanderbilt, I think, is probably a pretty good hospital.
Linda, I see that you're on oxygen too, as is David. And
Yeah, right
every
here.
time I think about it, it reminds me of an uncle that I had. Actually, it was a grand uncle or great uncle. He was my grandfather's brother, who had very, very bad emphysema. And it was back before they'd had home oxygen things. And we would go to visit, and he would sit in his chair, and it was so hard for him to breathe. And I would watch him struggle to get a breath in, and I felt so bad for him. It was just awful. And so, consequently, I am very, very thankful that those are available for those of us who need
Me too.
them. For a while, I needed it too when I was going through my last cancer treatment.
Well, now I got a bigger concentrator. I now have a 10-liter oxygen concentrator. Before that, I had a 5. I needed a little more. But when they give you the 10, what they do is they take away your portable oxygen, which is a smaller unit that you can carry around with you. Well, when they did that the first time around, they gave you bottles. They'd give you the oxygen bottles. And that just wouldn't work. They just would not work. So I called them up and said, come get this frickin' 10 and give me back my 5 and my portable. So they did. Well, now I really do kind of need the 10, but I said, I am not giving up my portable. So let's figure something out. And they did. They got a unit they call a pendant. It's a different kind of cannula. And what it does is it concentrates the oxygen a little more from that portable so that it gives me a higher percentage than it's actually saying on the machine. So now I've got that. I've got my portable, and I have my 10-liter, and I also have some oxygen bottles for a legitimate emergency if everything else goes out and the power's gone for hours and everything runs down. Then I've still got bottles here too, so I've got oxygen 3 ways.
Hello, Susanna. It's good to see you.
Yeah, whenever you were getting your hip replaced, well, good. I'm glad somebody came and helped you. Amy's wondering if was it Mullen?
Amy, the Mullen we're not using right now because his breathing with the change in oxygen is so much better that we're just sticking with only the elderberry.
Hi, Diamond Willow. Good to see you. Thanks for coming by. Yeah, Celtic. I remember some of those old backpack things I used to see when I was a kid. People carried those things around. Yep. Yep. I remember those. There was a guy in a.
We're saving it for when we really need it, Amy.
Can't remember where it was, but I knew one guy that had one of those that wore it like a backpack.
Are you having problems breathing, Amy?
You having problems there? Oh boy.
Don't you go getting sick on us.
Who, me? Or, oh, Amy.
Amy.
No, she's not
I
allowed.
can't be here and in Louisiana at the same time. You got to stay well.
You're not allowed to be ill, Amy. Strictly forbidden.
Five hours one way is a little too far away for me to run over there. Oh, sinuses.
Oh,
Okay.
Not much we can do about that.
Celtic's supposed to be good for all kinds of breathing issues, so I would think if the common cold is a problem, that would work.
That's my low sugar.
Moringa capsules, I've taken them for quite a long time.
I like my low sugar.
Hmm?
I like my low sugar.
Yes.
Yeah, I can pull it up like this and be a wolf.
Oh, that's funny.
That's my Halloween costume.
There you go. Well, I didn't get any seeds for the mullein, but I got a huge bag of the mullein leaves, and I think that'll work for now. Christy says your shirt's cool.
Yep.
Mullein is good for bee stings? What do? Make a poultice and put it on it? I usually use tobacco for that kind of thing.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to get a small pack of tobacco to keep in the first aid kit, not for smoking, but for bee stings and other kinds of stings.
Probably wouldn't be a bad idea.
I think it's a good idea. Cool. Okay. Now I know another thing. I've used tobacco and I've used mud for bee stings. Curly dock. You can't even find curly dock in this part of the country, Michigan. I don't know why. Maybe it's just because it's too hot and dry here.
Good coffee today, by the way. Really
Thank
good.
you.
Really good.
That's from that new coffee pot I got.
You mean the drip?
Yeah,
Tastes
it's not
good.
the press one. I
Tastes
usually
good.
use the press one, but it makes good coffee too.
Christy, I quit smoking the first of the year after 50 plus years.
Yeah, that's a nice cigar. in the
There you
first
go.
taste.
I still feel the urge to smoke every now and then, even 10 months later. So, first few weeks are the toughest. Well, Amy, the day may come when she does move closer to you, but hopefully not soon.
There will be a day coming when you'll hear a beep beep and you'll come out and you'll see a great big motorhome sitting in front of your house waiting for hookups. Oh, Christy, you
Wow,
started
8
back.
years and started back.
Oh,
That's
hard.
too bad. That's too bad.
I was proud of
Thank
him
you,
for
Josh.
quitting too, Josh. I really was.
Ellie, that's the one that I've heard is really the best for a bee sting is a meat tenderizer. I've heard that before.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't
Well,
start
Josh,
smoking.
don't go back to it, son. Please don't go back to smoking cigarettes. It'll kill you. Just look at me. This is from smoking. Period. That's all it is.
I didn't start smoking until I was 47, and I smoked for 3 years and then quit, and started up again when I was almost 60 and smoked for a year and then quit again.
Amy, thank you. I appreciate that invite. I really do.
Pay attention. Oh, very good. He just quit
I've never heard
straight
it.
up.
Yeah, I just turned it off. Well, it's I always kind of felt I'd be one of the lucky ones that, didn't get screwed up by smoking. But, I was wrong.
I'll tell you what, Joe. Smoking is a personal choice. I really believe that. And you can ask David. I never said anything negative about his smoking.
No, she didn't.
I always said it was his decision and he had to make it and it was not mine. And that's truly the way I felt about it.
Kate's kind of like that. She lets me choose my own path.
I what?
You let me choose my own path.
Yeah. Yes, I do.
Which
I don't think
can't
it's,
tell you how much I appreciate.
I don't think it's a spouse's right to try and change the person there who is their partner for life. I think
It's a little different concept than I lived with for a long time.
you fall in love with them for who they are. So why do you suddenly want to change them? It just doesn't make sense to
Good
me.
question. That does seem to be the goal, though, with a lot of
A
marriages.
lot of people feel that way. Now, if the partner decides to change themselves, then you can be supportive and do what you can to help.
Yeah.
But you can't go out and change anybody. They have to change themselves, and they have to want to do it themselves.
Or it becomes a real problem.
But
If you change because of what the other person wants, there's always that resentment there and a little bit of anger, I would say.
or bitterness. I agree.
Yeah.
My dad smoked his pipes until the day he died. He loved his pipes. My dad died of COPD as well.
Michigan nuts, I've got COPD and I've got AFib too, so. Yeah. It's, I can tell you, smoking will kill you. And
It certainly can.
if you believe otherwise, you're a fool. But it's just a matter of some people get cancer and some don't. And there's, what can you say? You know,
Yep. And I've had cancer
may kill
twice.
you, it may not.
I've had cancer twice. The first time I'd never smoked. The second time I'd smoked a little bit. So. Oh well.
Yeah.
Unless you marry someone who lied about who they were. Yes, that's different.
Yeah, no, that's different, Christy. That is definitely different. And unfortunately, there's a lot of people that do that. They paint themselves with one brush, and then after they
Hi, Lori.
get into a relationship, they put that brush away, and you find out who they really are, and it's really ugly sometimes. So,
Oh.
yeah, I appreciate that.
Lori, I'm sorry your mom's back in the hospital. I hope she gets better. Yep.
Yeah, COPD is a strange disease. Or, yeah, you're right. It could be something else, Linda. Yeah, Amy, I heard that.
Amy, you have to truly want to quit. If you truly want to quit, it really is not a huge a deal as it is if you try and quit and you don't want to. Celtic, go get your nap, have sweet dreams, and we will see you next time. Thank you for stopping in.
Thank you very much. So, Kinder, how's by you lately? Everything going all right?
Well, some people do.
What's that?
Have to be alone in the woods to quit smoking. I didn't. I just set it down and walked away, but I'd only smoked 4 years when I did that. So I'm not one to look at as an idea of how to work because that's not me.
I'm finally getting used to it. For the longest time, smoking was just a hand-to-mouth thing. That's all it was.
Mm-hmm.
It was just, it wasn't that I wanted a cigarette. It was just that hand-to-mouth
do with your
compulsion.
hand.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So when I quit, for a while, I had to have something to fill that hand-to-mouth thing. Once I got past that, I was okay.
Car issues, Kinder? That's not good.
Your little Beamer. Yeah, Linda, I didn't even bother with the patch or all that stuff. I just said, screw it, I'm done. And I quit.
Oh, how nice. Well, that was sweet of you too, Christy.
Yep. Was it Lori's mom that went in the hospital?
Um,
I think it was. Yep.
Lord. Mm-hmm.
Yep. Hope things go well for you, Lori. Really do.
Yeah, you can definitely substitute that with Butterfingers.
Yep. I used a lot of lifesavers.
Maybe set a goal to smoke 2 less a day, 3 less a day over 2-3 months. Stick with a lower number of steps.
Yep.
You know, Michigan, my youngest sister did that. She started cutting back. She said 1 cigarette less a day for a month, then 2 cigarettes less a day for a month. Unfortunately, she was still smoking when she died of cancer.
Yep. But it was liver cancer, it wasn't lung cancer.
No, it was systemic by the time it got her.
Well, yeah, but it started out as liver. But that's not a bad idea.
But it just took so long. When
Yeah.
you consider how many cigarettes in a pack, and how many packs a day you smoke, 1 less per day for a month takes a long time to quit.
Getting done with the BMW life, I'm ready to go back to a Chevy and
Good for you.
7-cent gas. Well, BMWs can be very expensive to maintain, Kinder. That's true.
You're right, Joe.
Yeah, we come in alone, we go out alone. That's all there is to it.
And by the way, there have only been a few that have left this world alive, but they had to come back anyway and ended up dying. So those that went to the moon. Dad quit smoking, gained 25 pounds from eating extra lifesaver mint. Yeah.
Well, you must have eaten a lot of them.
So when I decided to quit, it was a New Year's Eve party, and I had a brand new pack of cigarettes I had just bought to take with me to the party. I took one out, took the hair off of it, and said, "This tastes nasty." And I was at this big party, and they had a fireplace with a huge fire roaring. I walked over and got everybody's attention and said, "I want everyone to keep me honest. This is a brand new pack of cigarettes, and I have decided right now I'm stopping." And I tossed them into the fireplace and let them burn up. I had a room full of people I had to answer to if I didn't stop.
Yeah. All right, let me ask you a tough question, Christy. I'm thinking there was something that brought you back to smoking.
Probably her sister.
I know there are times that I've quit for a month or a week or I mean, quitting smoking is easy. I did it 1,000 times. But
Yes, it is, Amy.
what brought you back to smoking after 8 years? If you're willing to share, I mean, that's a casual question. So, Kinder, are you going to get rid of the BMW and try to find something else or what? Oh, bad divorce.
Okay.
That'll do it. That'll do it. I know that feeling. Yes, I do. Yep. Yes, I do. Not many more things as traumatizing as that. Yeah, I hear you. And Amy, you're right. it is. It's a hand-to-mouth habit. That's what it becomes. Over time, it just becomes a habit. That's it. It's just, I started smoking with candy cigarettes when I was a kid, I guess. Both my parents smoked.
My dad smoked, but my mom never smoked. She never even tried it. So she says.
Yeah, my mother, both of them smoked unfiltered. My mother smoked Chesterfields. And my dad smoked Lucky Strikes or Camels, either one. And, yeah, I can understand that, Christy.
I started drinking coffee
had a
when I
rough
was
go there,
2.
didn't you?
Well,
Hey,
hello,
Kilted
Kilted Gardner.
Gardner.
I've not seen you in forever, Robert. How are you?
What's new, big guy? Thank you for that, Josh.
Anyway, I was telling you I started drinking coffee when I was 2. Um, I had a grandfather that I absolutely adored, and he doted on me. And he would take me on Saturday mornings, and we lived in a very small town, and we would go to the local diner, which was open for breakfast on Saturday morning. And he would make himself a cup of coffee, and they served creamer in these little 2-ounce glass containers.
Amy's leaving. I don't mean to interrupt, but Amy, take care, darling. We'll see you again soon.
Thanks for coming in.
Bye-bye.
We love seeing you.
Okay.
Anyway, he would make his cream, his coffee, and he would pour most of the cream into his coffee, but leave a little bit in the bottom. Then we got his coffee right, he would spoon a little bit back into that container and hand that to me, and that was my cup of coffee. And that's how I started drinking coffee, sharing with my grandfather.
I started sharing with my dad out of a saucer. He would have a saucer, and he'd take and, tilt his cup a little bit, pour some in the saucer, and I'd blow up and drink it out of the saucer. But he was also using a percolator. You know what that is? That was some strong coffee.
Yes, it certainly can be.
And he drank it black. A little bit of cream. That was it. Just enough to take the black off.
We'll definitely do, Amy. We'll keep you going. Are they both going out, Robert? That's cool. I know.
His car over you. Huh. So the BMW is down completely. Is that what you're saying, Kinder?
Says it won't even start. That must be pretty far down.
I did say it wouldn't start. It had no dead battery and a couple tires. Yeah, I heard that. Well, Josh, when I first drank coffee, it was black with a little bit of sugar. That was how I drank it for years. Then I started adding cream, especially when I came over with flavor.
Yeah, he loves his flavored creamer, and so do I. But we drink different flavors. One is going as Bud Lightyear, the other is going as, aw, that's so cool. He's got 2 little boys. Percolated coffee is the best, but if you use less coffee, it won't be as strong.
Yeah.
You don't let it percolate forever. My mother had a percolator that was 2 round bulbs, one here and one here, and you fill the bottom with water, put the top one in, had a long snout that fit down inside, and put the coffee in there, put the lid on, and it would bubble the water up inside it and drip back down inside it. And that made coffee that you could paint walls with. It was so thick and so strong, even if you just barely did it. So she started sprinkling a little bit of salt and some eggshells in it, and it made it so it wasn't bitter. It was still strong, but it wasn't bitter. But it did make good coffee. I have a whole collection of coffee makers.
Yeah, a vacuum coffee pot.
Yes.
Yeah, we've come up with a lot of ways to make coffee over the years.
Christy, I had one when I was a young woman that had a glass knob that sat on top, and the coffee would percolate up into the glass knob, and you could see it splash the coffee up there and see how dark it got.
Yep.
And when I was moving, it got broken. And I had a friend who was a glass blower who made me a new one that would go up and turn and go back down. It was cool because you got to watch it do its little double twist there as it went back down.
Cool.
Yeah, it can be some really good coffee. My favorite coffee now, right now, is French press coffee. And the French press makes some of the best coffee in the world.
I believe that's
Always
true.
really fresh.
Yep. Kinder uses one too.
Ah, very good.
Yep.
Well, we have 3. I
Yep.
have 2 that I use all the time and one that's in the back. Chicken news.
Actually, yeah.
It was supposed to be moved up here and completed by tomorrow, but we ran into some problems, so we're waiting another week to see if we can't get them in. They've got to be in. I told him they've got to be up here by the time David starts his care, his treatments, because I can't be running down there to take care of the chicken and be up here to take care of David at the same time.
Christy, the first time Kate gave me French press coffee, it was like night and day. It really was, because I thought I was drinking pretty good coffee that I made in my my drip maker. And she gave me French press, and it was like I'd been drinking crap for all those years, and then she gave me ambrosia. It was really, really good. And they're cheap. I mean, you can find them for, a French press for $20. You really ought to try it. It truly changes the flavor of coffee for the better.
And it uses less coffee, too.
Yeah, it does.
If you put a whole coffee scoop in a drip coffee maker, use about 2/3 in a French press. And the nice thing about the French press is you can do a double second press on it, and it turns out pretty well that way too. Michigan likes her percolator better.
Yeah, well,
A lot of people do.
There's
A lot of it's what you're used to.
different schools of thought for everybody,
Mhm.
different strokes.
Now, I went from everything from that vacuum percolator all the way to a French press. And I really prefer the French press. You have your grandmother's old drip coffee maker. How cool. I have a collection of coffee makers and I have a collection of teapots.
Oh my God, Christy, you drank instant coffee. Ugh.
You had to have been desperate to drink
I
instant.
can't,
That
I
stuff is
can't
gross.
remember the last instant coffee I had. It had to have been 30 years or more. I think so too, Daffodil. But Kona coffee is good too. Our favorite is actually an Ethiopian blend, right?
Ethiopian or Rwandan.
Yeah.
Both of them are excellent. But Kona's good, it's just not strong enough. Ah, cool. The drip coffee maker still makes a great cup of coffee.
Yeah.
The thing I dislike about drip coffee makers is that you have to every so often run a whole pot of vinegar through them to keep them running right. No. After that, for the first 3 or 4 pots.
There you go, Josh, from Blue Mountain.
Yes,
Jamaican
Blue
Blue
Mountain is
Mountain.
excellent. But
That's
it's hard
what
to get hold of.
I remember years and years ago. One of my, I think I've only been on 2, but one of the ocean cruises that I went on, we had Jamaica. And I came back with 10 pounds of Blue Mountain coffee from Jamaica, the real deal, not the blend, but the true Jamaican Blue Mountain coffee. You can buy blends, but they're
It's just not as good.
5 or 10%. They call it Jamaican, but this was truly 100% Jamaican Blue Mountain coffee, and that was good.
Yeah. Lots
Yeah.
of vinegar does clean out all the built up stuff inside. And I agree, Kinder. You can have good coffee with a French press as long as you can get hot water.
Yep, 10 pounds, and it lasted me a good long time. I didn't drink it every day because I kind of parceled it out to myself, but it lasted a long time.
Chain coffee, big coffee. Huh.
Yeah, I don't. I've never been a Starbucks fan. I really haven't.
I do like
I've
one
had
thing
it
you can
maybe-
get from Starbucks.
Maybe half a dozen times.
They make a caramel macchiato, which is a blended cold coffee drink. And it is delicious. And it's got lots of caramel in it, and I love caramel, so. I don't know anything about Corsoid. I'll have to look that up and see what it is. Albany Mountain, hello, hello,
Hi there.
welcome.
Well, you missed how we're doing Albany, but we're doing okay. We're getting by.
I do too, Josh. I love the iced mochas. They are so good on a hot summer afternoon.
I don't think I've ever had that one.
It's wonderful if you like caramel.
Well, one of these days when you're out hunting and gathering, bring me one.
Okay. We'll do it. And if you don't like it, I'll drink it too.
Yeah, I figured it wouldn't go to waste.
I don't care for the regular coffee either. Albany, we were just telling Amy, right now we are not using the Mullen because they've changed things up. He seems to be doing okay. So we're waiting until this process that he's going through is over. And then if he still needs it, we're going to go to using the Mullen. But thank you very much. They did it the day after you said you were going to send it. They made the change, and it didn't know if it was going to help until just recently. And it does seem to help. Tilted,
Yeah, you're right, Kinder.
I like some iced coffee drinks, but I don't like all iced coffee drinks.
Joe, I think Bigby was the name of the outfit that makes coffee, kind of like Starbucks. Yeah, well, I wouldn't have taken that chance, guys, but yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. We, as my dad used to say, we try to make haste slowly.
Christy, it's not scheduled yet. We're supposed to see the doctor to do that scheduling on the 9th of
Yeah, the
next month.
9th of November, we see him, and hopefully they'll do it soon after that, and then we can get on with this. Jamaica Green Mountain, there you go. Yeah.
I generally don't do either place except for that one cold iced mocha. They're wonderful, but other than that, I don't particularly care for it.
There's other places around here in town that do a lot better.
Mm-hmm.
You know, that little coffee kiosks where you just drive through. I think they do a lot better than what, 2 or 3 Starbucks we got around here.
There's 3 close by.
Yeah. There's just too many of those.
I'm too cheap to pay that much for a cup of coffee. Me too.
Mm-hmm.
Me too.
This is much better right here. This is better. Yeah, me too, Josh. I would have.
Our IBM 50 years
Oh
ago.
God, there's so many places. If I could go back in time, I'd invest a few bucks in a whole lot of different places.
I put some money in Yahoo. I put some money in
eBay.
IBM. I put some money in eBay. Some money in Google.
Hewlett Packard.
Yep.
All kinds of places. Yeah, there's a lot of investments I wish I'd have made, even just small ones.
I used to have quite a bit, Josh, but I've lost control or contact way to get into what I had. Uh-huh. I've been stuck in those places too, Christy.
Yeah, you take what you can get.
Mm-hmm.
Mocha Frappuccino, huh?
Gone up to a couple hundred now, Josh. 750. That's even better.
Cool.
Well, at one
Just
point
let it sit there.
when they were just starting to talk about it, I had an account that I had almost $700 in cryptocurrency in there, but I can't get into it anymore, so I lost
Have you tried?
Hmm?
Have you tried?
several times.
Well, that could be worth some money now. 'Cause that was several years ago.
Yep, and it was a lot of money back then.
The pink drink.
A pink drink from Starbucks. That's cute. How old is your daughter, Metal?
What the heck can they make that's pink?
Would it sit there and learn about crypto through the process to maintain it? Yep. Your daughter is 40?
She still likes pink things.
I
Cold
thought
drink.
you were less than 40.
Cold drink.
Hmm?
It's a cold drink.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe it's kind of like maybe a little strawberry something.
Could be. If you get a vanilla frap with mocha, it tastes like a frozen hot chocolate. Aha, stepdaughter. Okay.
Oh,
Now, Metal, that surprises me. I have seen you on your live streams before, and I would never have guessed you to be 52. I didn't think you were even 40. Big gets a treat from me on occasion, and usually with a gift card. Mm-hmm.
that'd be about the only way I'd go to Starbucks with a gift card.
Every once in a while, when I was driving around in my car that had no air conditioning and it was summer and it was 100 degrees outside, I would stop off at Starbucks and get one of those cold mochas because it was good.
Well, Krisky, the time has flown. My son Josh just turned 49 the 21st of this month. So, and my daughter turned 51 on the 6th of October. So, my kids are getting old. What does that say about me?
My two kids are just a little younger than yours, but
Yeah.
it doesn't say I'm getting old because I will never get old. I will get older, but I will never get old. I refuse that.
And Christy, I don't know where the time goes. It just flies, doesn't it? It just flies. One day you wake up there, running around the house in little onesies and,
Dead is
babbling,
the new old.
babbling in there, baby talking, and all of a sudden they're out the door after high school. It's just boom.
And after that, they're coming home with their kids that are in
Yeah, well,
onesies.
yep. Dead is a new old. Yeah, that's pretty. Yeah.
Well, I'm 72. I don't know if I look it or not. I know I don't feel it. That's what matters to me. Midlife crisis. We got a motorcycle and a skateboard. Oh my goodness.
So he's really confused, isn't he? Yeah. What do I want to do today? Do I want to ride a motorcycle like a badass, or do I want to skateboard like a young punk?
Thank you, Michigan. Purple is my favorite color, but I'm getting to the point where I really like pink too.
That's a rather odd combination of things to go for your midlife crisis.
Yes, it is.
I can see one or the other, but
Exactly, Christy. When I look in the mirror, I think I probably look my age.
Yeah, well,
But I don't really know because I haven't decided what my age looks like. I know what it looked like when I was a kid. And I look at people that are my age and older now, and they don't look like they did back then. So I'm not sure what 72 is supposed to look like.
I think I look 74.
Hmm?
I think I look 74.
Do you?
Do I?
I don't think so.
Okay.
Take care, Robert. It was wonderful to see you, and please do keep us in your prayers.
Yeah, I would imagine so, Josh. Everybody there is younger than you, including most of your teachers.
You see what Kendra said? You're much too young to have such old kids.
Yeah, you're right.
I agree.
Take care, Kelton. Thanks for coming by. I appreciate having you here very much. You have a good day and a good week. Ooh, Ellie, that's a good desire.
Well,
I love Camaros.
I had to wait until I was 51 to get my midlife crisis, but I got it.
I had a Camaro way back when. I had a 68 Camaro for a number of years. I love that car. It was nice.
Well, my midlife crisis vehicle was a Ford pickup, a bright red Ford F-150 with all the bells and whistles, and it's
That
wonderful.
That one?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
That's what David got me for my birthday last year.
Well, that's what I told her.
Well, you put my name on the title, so I believe it.
I did. That's true.
Yeah, I bet you do feel your age when you're at school, Josh. You got all those little 18 and 22-year-olds, and you feel kind of out of the loop there a little bit. You're right, Josh. It was quite a birthday present.
Well, it was a little bit early, but that's when the good deal came along. So I went ahead and got it. I made a pretty good deal. I got a 2018 Ford F-150 Sport, pretty well decked out, and we paid $26,000 for it. So it was a good deal.
Christy, I love my truck. What's really funny is it's so big that when I get in, I have to put the seat as far up as it'll go and as far forward as it will go, and I still almost can't see over the top of the steering wheel.
Watching her drive out the driveway here is pretty cool. This little old lady.
But don't let me on a highway with some kid with a souped up car because I'll shut him down. I've done it many times.
It is a good truck, and then in the back, we had a lift installed in the back of the truck to pick up my power chair, and lift it and put it in the back and take it out and set it on the ground. So it works for me too. I can drive the truck and still take my wheelchair with me. So that works pretty good.
Yeah, it does. It's nice.
I'll tell you what though, that lift apparatus was not cheap. That little sucker cost me $3,500. So,
And for that money, you'd think it would work right, but it doesn't most of the time.
It's had a couple of failures on it where it wouldn't work, wouldn't move. It kind of pissed me off.
But now I know how to fix it if it happens again.
Yeah, but I was pretty ticked off when it didn't work right. That was a lot of money to pay for that.
Yep, mine is tricked out, I'll tell you.
Yeah, it could have more stuff, but it's okay.
I can talk on my phone while I drive down the road, and it comes
Yeah.
through the speakers.
It does have a lot of those kinds of bells and whistles. You're right.
Yeah. It's got a lot of things. And I have,
And the screen for the GPS is big, so that's good
the
too.
navigation's built in. My music is built in because I use Sirius. My phone is built in. I can bring the pedals forward. I can bring the seat forward. I can tilt the steering wheel. Just all kinds of stuff. And I can fold up the back seats and just have storage back there. I can put them both down and have a four-door car that just happens to have a bed on the back. We got it before the shortages started.
Yeah.
I agree, Josh.
Well, for me, I was not looking for new. I was looking for a reasonably priced used one. And actually, I found this one just kind of by accident on the first day I started looking. And I bookmarked it and went on and looked around for several more days and never really found anything better. So I went back to this one. And it was still available. So I said, wrap it up, let's go.
And it's a beautiful red.
Oh, yeah, it is. It's a gorgeous red. Gorgeous red.
And it came with running boards. We didn't have to go put running boards on.
Yeah. Tim. Hello, Tim. God, it's been a long time since we've seen you, buddy. How you doing?
Oh, how cool, Christy. Lori, you need to get some rest. Don't overdo it. It's very easy to overdo. We've spoken from someone who does that often.
Tim, you doing all right? You may not know, Tim, I'm going to run this down for you real quick. I have cancer of the larynx, and I need heart surgery. I've got 2 blocked arteries, one 100%, the other 90. I've got radiation therapy set up, but they're going to postpone that until after I have my heart surgery, which I see the cardiac guy on the 9th of this month, 9th of November. So hopefully right after that, then they do the heart surgery, and then I go into radiation for 7 weeks, 5 days a week. So we'll see. But I just wanted to give you a heads up about how things are going on this end.
Then after all of that, we have an AFib to take care of.
Yeah. That's why my voice is shot. It's the cancer's on my left vocal cord, and pretty ugly. I've got a good otolaryngologist. She showed me everything that was going on down there. When she took the biopsy, she let me watch.
It was cool.
Yeah. Go down there with the little alligator clips and pluck a little piece off here and a little piece there. But it's
and then she showed
growing.
us the little bottle with the pieces in it.
It's slow growing. It's stage 2. It's small cell squamous. So it's treatable. And the rate of survival or improvement or cure is right around 90%. So I'm in good hands. I've got a lot of good specialists working on me right now.
Yep.
Of course, I've got 10 doctors in my directory on my phone. I've got groups. I've got 10 doctors in the doctors group. So that's way too many doctors.
That's your care team.
Yeah, it is.
That's what I call mine. I don't have that many anymore, but when I was going through my cancer treatments, I had at least 10.
Well, Joe, I think I covered it in detail about, maybe 15 minutes in.
Mm-hmm.
So if you want to,
check on the replay.
Scroll back to around 15 minutes. I think that's about where I started. And I kind of ran down everything that's going on.
But what he just gave you is pretty much the same
that's a
thing.
pretty good summary right there. Self-driving RVs. I'll tell you what, Kinder, I will never, ever trust a self-driving vehicle. Ever. So that's just me. Even if it is driving, I will still literally be sitting there with my hands hovering over the wheel. So, And I'm
Lori,
too
I
sorry
understand
about
that one. I understand that one. I have IBS as well. And any stress at all causes that to just go crazy. Amen, Christy.
Amen to that, Christy. Believe me, that's my prayer too. Well, I don't think it's going to happen in 50. Maybe in 50 years, Josh, that might be the case, but not 15. That would be too much to take. It's that kind of thing has to be eased into by an entire generation. And right now, all the generations that we've got, I don't think anybody's going to buy totally autonomous vehicles where we have no choice.
Well, there's one company in the Midwest, and I do not remember the name of it. It was a pharmacy that was using the self-driving to make deliveries.
Yeah.
And there was a woman in the self-driving who was going to go up to the door and make the delivery. And her self-driving car ran over someone and killed them, and she ended up going to jail for it. I read a series of articles about it.
Huh. Kinder, yeah, in terms of bad news, it was pretty good. You know, everything is, there's a lot of positive things that I can hang on to. I'll put it that way. Yes, it's cancer. Yes, it's heart surgery.
Take care, Michigan.
But the heart surgery is, I've got a good specialist to work on that. And I've got a good radiation oncologist. And the radiation therapy is going to be very localized with a minimum of interference in the rest of my systems.
I don't either, Chris.
So everything should hopefully work out pretty well.
Well, they told him one, I don't remember which one of the interviews, which doctor we were talking to, but he said that you have about a 95% chance of complete cure. So I'm going with that.
Yeah.
And the
Hopefully,
oncologist,
Joe, it's treatable, yeah.
Yeah, the oncologist said it is the most common cancer among smokers, and that they have an excellent success rate with treating and curing it. Although they don't like to use the word cure, they usually just use the word treat.
Yeah, but it's I think I have a good team. I'll put it that way. Everybody I've met so far has impressed me, and I'm not easy to impress. So, yeah, those are great odds now. I think I've got a pretty good chance of walking away from this at least in better shape than I am now. And if I can somehow get my breathing to improve.
Of course, I like the idea that he has a chance of walking away from this.
Yeah, I'd be a real happy camper. Yeah, I've got, I think I have good people working on me that are, caring physicians, not just guys out there making money. Well, Kinder, thank you for coming by. Love you too. And I will keep you and Josh posted about what goes on. Believe me, I'll keep you in the loop, I promise.
And everybody else, if you sign in on
too.
Sundays, we're trying to keep everybody caught up there too.
Yeah. Whether I'm here or not, Kate will probably show up at least for a while just to.
Yeah, and sorry about last week. I was just too tired to do anything, and he didn't feel
well.
well.
She had a rough week last week, taking care of her mom and her stepdad and everything else, and me, and just a lot of stuff. So, Kinder, you take care of yourself, kiddo. Love you.
The only thing that I really am concerned about as far as his treatment goes is how exhausting it's going to be for him, because getting up to go to the doctor is just almost more than he can handle. And we're going to be going every day, 5 days a week for 7 weeks. And I'm just worried about that.
That's why I'm hoping the heart surgery at least gives me some relief, because theoretically it should. I mean, if it's the arteries in my heart that are blocked, seemingly unblocking those should get more oxygen to my heart, right?
Yeah.
Which theoretically would make it easier to breathe.
And we're hoping.
So, well, Joe, as always, we're always glad to see you. Always glad to see you, Joe. Well, I'm glad to see everybody, but kind of you in particular, Joe. It's always good to see you. Tell you what, though, I'm going to go. I'm going to pack it in.
I think it's about time for both of us to
Yeah.
pack it in. I do.
Kinder, let's hope. But it's really, really nice to have you drop by. It really is. It helps me feel a little bit closer to you and Josh, even just seeing you here online. So, yeah. Yeah, I'm hoping, Christy, that after the heart surgery, I'll be, but like they said, it could improve my breathing by 10% or 90%. Let's hope for a higher number. But in any case, thank you very much, Ella, for coming by. I send my best to each and every one of you.
We enjoy having you guys too.
Thank you for your wishes and your prayers and for everything else.
And I'm ready for new prayer requests to go on the list.
I greatly appreciate it. So you guys take care. We'll talk to you again soon. Bye-bye.
See you in a bit, darling.
Get this other foot out. There we go.
So if anyone has any new prayer requests to add to the list, please let me know. I have my little piece of paper sitting right here. The big list is in the other room. I was going to bring it in and I forgot. Take care, Josh. You too, Kinder. Love you both. Glad you both made it today. Thank you, Ellie. I appreciate that. Love you too, Josh. Oh, the dog just let himself in. Well, if there are no new prayer requests, I'm going to go ahead and sign out too. Let you guys go. Remember, take care of yourself, stay safe, and always remember there is someone here that loves you. Don't ever think you're completely alone because you're not. Bye, y'all.